Hello everyone and welcome to the Autumn Sales Showcase event where we're bringing Train Sim World and Train Sim Classic content from both us and our amazing ambassadors to celebrate the sales and Black Friday discounts that you can get at the moment on Steam, PlayStation and Xbox. So all of these videos will be pre-recorded, but feel free to engage in the chat as we'll be watching them live with you. And speaking of sales, let's showcase some of the discounts that we have. So starting off on Steam, you have the Autumn Sale range, and that includes Train Sim World 4. So we have Special Edition at 50% off, Deluxe Edition at 40% off, and also a whole range of TSW add-ons as well as TS Classic add-ons as well. We also have the Steam exclusive bundles too, which they don't have a graphic, but check them out. We have an article talking about the Steam exclusive bundles, and I'll link it in the description to this video, where you can get up to 70% off of a range of different content for UK edition, for German content, for US content, and for European content as well. And just looking at this, we even have a discount on the Arosa Line route, which pairs nicely with the recently released Arosa Aggregates Pack 2. So make sure to check out the sales if you're a player on Steam, but don't worry, these extend also to the other console platforms. So Xbox has its Black Friday sale where you can also pick up Train Sim World 4 Special Edition for 50% off. PlayStation also has the Black Friday deals, which will be ending on the 27th of November. So you've only got about a week to pick up these deals. And one final mention is Train Sim World 4 Boxed Edition is out now. So this is only available for PlayStation 4 and 5 and for Train Sim World 4 on PC. So you can get it at the available retailers listed there, Amazon Game, GameStop, and it also comes with a selection of route scenery cards too. So coming up tonight to celebrate Thanksgiving comes a double US special from Blue Games, starting off on the Antelope Valley Line and then moving over to the Harlem Line as well. Make sure to check out any bits on sale and enjoy the content from Blue Games. Over to you.
What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy Blue, and welcome back to Train Sim World. And we are here at the end of the line up in Lancaster, California. This is the very tip top of the Antelope Valley Line, and I am going to do something that I always wanted to do since the beginning of Train Sim World 4 introducing it, and that is spawn a freight train here on the Antelope Valley Line and run it through the mountains. So I hit the tab key, I went to spawn new train, and now I'm gonna go find the train that I want to spawn, which is gonna be the SD70 ACE Union Pacific. And I'm gonna go down to the Husky Stacks. That's 100 loaded freight cars, I should say. I'm gonna go back here towards this fence, and I'm gonna hit X to spawn the train. And it's just that easy. Again, one of my personal favorite features of Train Sim World 4 since they've introduced this is being able to just spawn any train anywhere. So alright, so we've done that. So we're not done though, because this is cool. This is a 100 consist maxi stack or double stack, or however you want to call them, Husky stack train. So what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this first lead loco here. So I'm gonna go decouple. And so once you decouple any part of the train, you can now delete it. So I'm gonna hit tab key again and we'll delete that. So that's gonna delete only that piece of the train. And now we're gonna kind of customize this. So later on down the road, Train Sim World is gonna be adding a formation designer, and I cannot wait for that because I'm basically gonna create a bunch of really cool, long as heck freight trains. But until then, we have to kind of do this on the fly. So I'm gonna hit tab key again to spawn new train. And this time, we'll try something a little special, just for fun. Sometimes you see these out in the wild. I know I see them where I'm from for sure, but we're gonna add a AC44 CW Union Pacific, except we're gonna throw the Canadian Pacific livery on it. You know, kind of as if Canadian Pacific train just happened to show up, or maybe they're using it or ferrying it. Who knows? Sometimes you'll see this happen. So we'll go ahead and spawn that one like so. So there's our Canadian Pacific. And what I'll do is I'm gonna hop. Let's see. You know what? We'll do this all together. So let's go add one more because we have a lot of freight cars back there. We need some extra power, right? So we go spawn new train. We're gonna go AC44 again. There we go, UP. And this time we're gonna spawn the Union Pacific AC4400 light locomotive, but three of them times 3 will spawn. Now this should be. I can't remember what direction it goes. Does it go this way? I mean, I guess I'm gonna go hop into the lead in of the Union Pacific train over here, which will be the front end of our train as we head southbound towards LA. We'll climb up here, run around to the front. Trains are already started. I do wish that was an option too. It'd be nice to have the option to spawn in either, you know, cold and dark trains or already, you know, turned on trains. So I was gonna get this lead cab ready. So we'll go down here and there's a gen field switch we gotta pop on. So I think I turned it on. Did I click it? I can't tell if I clicked it or not. Let's see. Yep, it's on. All right, cool. So gen field switch is on. We'll go over here to our PFD screen or MFD screen and go to air brakes. We'll set the cut in to, or sorry, cut in / out to cut in, and then lead to lead. There we go. So make sure you get cut in and lead and save. That's F6. You can hear the brakes doing their brake stuff, and we'll hit exit right there. All right, so now the brakes are set up and this train is ready to be the lead locomotive. We'll set the lights to dim since we're not necessarily ready to completely depart yet. We'll put our reverser into reverse. We'll put our independent brake on just a little bit. Release the automatic brake. We can go to the outside view now. And now I'll release independent brake as well. And we're gonna back up. I'll do it nice and slowly. One thing I noticed with these larger trains, sometimes you may either get a crash or a derail due to like the physics freaking out. So nice and steady. Boom, there it is. We're connected and keep going. Boom, we're connected. So all the lead locomotives are all connected. Let's go ahead and hop onto the independent brake. And we'll go back inside and put it back into neutral. So we've now connected the entire consist, front to back. Matter of fact, I can show you if I go back into the engineer seat here. Go to the outside. If I hit the 2 key on my keyboard, hit it again, go to the back of the train. Let's see what happens. There it is. So we still have the SD70s in the back. I'll leave it that way. That should be plenty of power to make it happen. But yes, a nice long train. So let's go back to the front. And if we go to the escape key, we can now see that we have 107 total cars in our consist. It's 9,745 tons, and we are 6,525 feet long, which is basically 1.6 miles is how long our train is. Amazing. So, all right, now we've done that. We don't need to set up the train anymore. But one thing I do, just in case, I don't know if I have to do this. I'm just a bit paranoid. I want to make sure all my brakes are working. I'll go back through and kind of cycle the brakes just to make sure. Now that we got, you know, a bunch of different locomotives connected, to make sure that it did actually take that. So go cut in, lead, save. Actually, we'll do it opposite. We'll cut it out, save. And then I'm actually going to go to the overhead. We'll turn on the banking con, which is kind of like the way that they have the DPU set up in Train Sim World. So we can have control of the trains in the back as well. At least I hope it actually works. I don't know if it really works correctly in like free roam mode per se. So we'll go cut in, lead, save again, and exit. Now again, I don't know that you need to actually do this. Just an extra precaution that I take to make sure that everything hopefully works. All right, so front lights, bright auxiliary, forward. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to depart. All right, brakes release. We'll give it some throttle. Give it 2 notches to get started. And hopefully we can pull this baby. All right, got our amps climbing up now. Not moving just yet. Oh yes, there's one more thing I forgot to do before we actually move. Wow, big deal. So we want to set some sort of path. Like, where the heck are we going with this thing, right? So I'm gonna right click on my, actually left click on my train, set path. Oh crap, we're rolling backwards. Independent brake. Hold on a second. All right, so to the map, and I click on our train, set path. We'll zoom out and just kind of find somewhere to put it. So I really mainly want to get us through the mountains, which is all this fun stuff right here. We don't have to go all the way to LA. But the thing is that our train is so long, it's gonna be very hard to find a siding long enough to fit our train between here and LA. It is a double track right here, so technically we could probably put it here. Just outside the mountains. Let's see what else we got. Where does this go? A few branch lines here. Yeah, let's put it here. We'll make this our waypoint. We may continue, we may not. We might end it there. It depends on how long it takes. So hit confirm. That is our new destination. Now we have an icon on our map showing we're 33 miles away. Jesus, that's far. And so now we got somewhere to go. So now we have a green light up ahead as well, which is good. So you will not get the signal if you don't actually have a destination. So we're headed forward. Now we can actually depart. We'll go ahead and put the 2 notches of power in. Slowly release the independent brakes. We are on an uphill gradient, so you want to do your hill start procedure. All right, notch 3. And again, if you're unfamiliar, the hill start procedure is to add a little bit of throttle first while holding the brakes, and then slowly release the brakes, preferably the independent brake. Automatic if you absolutely need to. All right, that's good. So independent brakes are fully released and built off. We are gaining speed, and we'll go notch 4. And in order to keep us from ripping the train apart, you want to let the effort stabilize, like how much actual like pull you're getting stabilized, and then go into the next notch and add some more throttle in. I have a train crossing up ahead. Let's go ahead and honk the horn. There we go, and that is our first crossing. And I can't wait to get a drive-by of this. 25 miles per hour as of right now. And we do have to watch out for traffic. So here's the thing, that even though, you know, I'm spawning in trains, this is still a regular timetable service. All I did was spawn in on foot in Lancaster at like 10 o'clock on a Saturday. You know what I mean? And so there's still a lot of trains on this route doing the things they normally would do if you were just to go hop into any service. All I did is I added a train to that, a big old freight train. So this might cause some issues down the road. I don't know, but I'm here for it. All right, beautiful. We're still heading southbound. I'm gonna go full throttle, notch 7, which I think is the top notch we can go in this train. Actually, nope, there it is, notch 8. That's what I thought. I was like, notch 7, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, notch 8. So full throttle now. We're doing 34 miles per hour at the moment, and our speed limit, our track speed is 70 miles per hour. I believe, though, I gotta check the track signage, but I think the actual top speed for freight specifically might be 55. But I'll keep an eye out for some signals, because here's the thing, is that a lot of times routes like this, and you'll even notice it on the Cajon Pass route, you'll see a sign that has 2 speed limits on it. And I'll show you an example later on, but one speed limit is for passenger trains and the other is for freight trains. So we'll keep an eye out for that as we're going through. But I like the fact that we get to go a bit faster, right? A lot of times these routes that we play, these freight routes, you know, they have us going like 25, 15, 30 miles an hour for hours on end, and people start getting kind of like, you know, bored of that, right? And so I've always wanted to run a route in Train Sim World that is, still heavy freight, still challenging, long, but also like fast, right? So you can actually get up to speed, get going, get where you want to go in a decent amount of time. So we'll see if we can even get up to 70. Again, we're fairly heavy. We have a lot of tractive effort up in the front. I mean, if we go to the outside view, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 2 more on the back. So we have a total of 7 diesel locomotives pulling this 100 car, maxi stack train, or double stack train. So we have a lot of help. So hopefully when we get to the mountains, when the gradient raises a lot more, it'll come. So honestly, if we wanted to, we could add even more help. We can maybe add some to the back, maybe add 2 more diesel locomotives to the back to help us, get a little bit more traction. So it's whatever you want to do. It's what I like about the ability to spawn trains in, is that you can really create your own gameplay here. So what we're doing right now is creating our own gameplay. Here comes another crossing. Lots of crossings here. It's pretty quiet from the inside, but a lot of crossings on this map as well. So if you're somebody who likes to lean on the horn or sit on the horn, this is definitely going to be a route you're going to enjoy, especially for freight and for passengers as well. But yeah, hopefully we have enough horsepower per ton to get through the mountains, because I know that is definitely going to be a challenge. So I'm going to try to get as much speed as I can right now before we get to the hilly part, and see how things go. All right, we're going to come back on the throttle here as we're getting to a single track portion that's going to take us into the mountains here, and the speed limit is going to drop. We're still climbing uphill, and we are speeding a little bit there. We did get our speed up to 65 though, which is not too bad. That nice long straightaway coming from Lancaster allows us to pick up speed quite good. But so we overspeeding a little bit coming into this section, but we'll be slowing down just a little bit as we climb the mountain. I don't know what it is, but there's something oddly satisfying about watching a long, heavy freight train slowly just creep his way, snaking through the mountains. I don't know what it is about it, but I love watching it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too. So we are still 25 miles away from our chosen waypoint or stopping point. We got a 2.2% gradient now as we're still snaking through the mountains. We got a bit of a double track portion coming up, which I think is really only just a siding, or it might be, I believe it's actually a station coming up. That's why there's double track. But so far we got green lights all the way. Haven't seen any other traffic. Again, this part of the route is mostly single track. You can't fit a lot of trains on here at once. But if you do, someone may be waiting in an area like this, waiting at a stop signal, something like that. But it really depends. So, but we're definitely slowed down. I'm still max throttle notch 8, and we're only doing 26 miles an hour, even though the line speed or the track speed is 49 miles per hour. So again, if we had maybe brought a bit more horsepower with us, a bit more tractive effort, which I probably would have preferred to put at either in the back of the train or somewhere in the middle, we could probably go a bit faster. But I think we have enough to get through the mountain pass. We're just not going to be able to go extremely fast while doing it. So we'll see how it goes. But 2.2 is the highest gradient I've seen so far, but I think it's going to get a bit worse than that. But yeah, over there on our left side, that is definitely a kind of a bit of a siding, somewhere you can like a storage siding. And then yeah, we're coming up on a station right up ahead. And I believe this station is Vincent. I think this is the Vincent station, possibly. All right, well, that may have just been the peak or one of them. I'm not sure what the gradient looks like, but we're now doing 49 miles an hour because we're now going downhill 2.9 or 2.2%. So we have to jump into the dynamic braking now, which I guess I should have expected. There's a sign right there. Yeah, so 54 for passenger, 45 for freight. So basically our speed limit is 45. So we can see if we can catch the train here. I was not necessarily paying attention enough to recognize that we had the downhill portion coming up, so we're going to try to jump on the dynamic brake as much as we can. And you can see there, it goes back into a single track. We do have the green light, so thank God for that. And the speed limit is going to jump up here in a little bit as well. But we're going to try to lose some speed, but right now we're still gaining at 59. We're 10 miles over. Yep, 60, so we're not quite slowing down. If we're going to stay on this gradient for long, we're going to have to add more. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get ahead of that. We're going to add just a little bit of automatic brake, minimum reduction. And we'll see if that helps. So adding that automatic brake will send braking effort down the whole length of the train to help us slow down. So yeah, speed limit is now 54, but we're still speeding. So we might need more. We're already maxed out on dynamic brake. If you guys watched like a home pass video when doing that whole crazy gradient, you know that at higher speeds, the dynamic brake is not as effective. So we're kind of out of the envelope. So yeah, we're going to have to save this one because if a red signal comes up, we are not going to make it. All right, get a little bounce as we hit these curbs. All right, come on, bring it back. All right, do I need more brakes? Yeah, we're not slowing down at all. We've equalized it, which is good. So we're not going any faster than 64, but we obviously are going too fast. So automatic brake now is 71%. And it looks like it's now slowly ticking down. Yeah. All right, yeah, it's slowly ticking down. We're max. Yeah, we're maxed out on the dynamic brake. We can't add any more dynamic braking. And the automatic brake is now slowly kicking in. I feel like by the time we actually slow down enough, we're probably going to be time to speed up again. All right, we got a crossing coming up. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we saved it, guys. I think we saved it. No runaway trains today. There we go. All right, cool. We are now under control. I'm gonna start bringing out the dynamics, and we'll see if we can hold the train just on the automatic brake application we got going on already. Because the thing is, those brakes can be set, man. I'm not getting any information from the rear, sadly. Yeah, we're still slowing down even without dynamic brakes because the train wants to come to a stop, because we're basically dragging the brakes in the back. So I might start releasing the brakes. We'll wait till we get to like to 40. Give ourselves a buffer. We're also, our gradient's also slowing down or shallowing. Yeah, let's go ahead and start releasing those brakes. You can't really release them just a little bit. You got to kind of release them fully. And then I'm going to bring back in the dynamics to keep us under speed here. And we'll see how it works. 20 miles to go. You can see the train like kind of kicking because the slack is kind of bouncing back and forth on the couplers, which is simulated. 36, yeah, so we're doing okay. We've kind of stabilized at 36. We can go a little less dynamic brakes. Back on the power handle. We'll try B1. Yep, that's okay. Let's do B2. This is fun. I'm having fun. I had a feeling that the mountains were gonna be a bit tricky. Yeah, so let's go ahead and add more dynamic braking because it's trying to. Now the brakes are releasing and the weight of the train is pushing us. That gravity is pushing us down the hill. So I want to kind of start adding dynamic braking until I start to notice that either the speed is equalizing or we're slowing down. And if we're not slowing down at all, then that might mean that we need some air brakes again. Yeah, so 35 miles per hour is now the new speed limit coming up for freight trains specifically. Even though our HUD says 54, that's for passenger because this route had passenger trains in mind, not freight trains in mind. So I don't think they built in the correct speed limits for freight trains. All right, so that's good right there. So we can come back maybe a couple notches on that. Make sure we use our horn. And we're getting to the real mountainous part now. We're looking good, guys. We're looking good. Everything is under control. Don't worry. I got this. You just enjoy the view. Hold on, we got to hop into my other favorite feature in Train Sim World, and that is photo mode. So, you know, I think a lot of people would agree with me, those who have been playing Train Sim World for that it takes you like 2 times longer to finish a run because you spend like an extra hour just using photo mode and trying to get the perfect shot. So we'll see what we can get here. This is a nice little angle here with the brush right here in the foreground. Oh, that's kind of sick. That is kind of dope. One like signature of mine, at least in photo mode in Train Sim World, is adds just a slight bit of rotation there. Just kind of adds a little bit of character, a little bit of action. It kind of gives you a little action to feel a bit like movement, you know. So we can do something like, oh, we go like that. That's kind of cool as well. Might get a few shots out of this. We'll definitely add in the depth of field. So bring this all the way back to 0 and then focal point. Make sure we focus on the train. Look at that. Check that out. That's dope, right? That is sick. So you can focus on the tree or you can focus on the train. Obviously, the train is the main focus here. So we'll get that going and get the camera adjusted and we'll get us a nice little shot here. Down just a little bit. Oops, hold on. There we go. And then we'll change the rotation just a little bit more. Something like that. And just, yeah. I kind of want to fit in that little gap in the tree. Like, that's kind of dope. That's kind of cool. I can dig that. Now all we can do, we can take a screenshot, boom, save and upload. And of course, I'm gonna sit here and take like a million more of these. We'll see what other shots I get. But man, I love the photo mode. We'll go on this side as well. All right, we're still cruising downhill, doing 38 miles per hour. Speed limit is 47, but I do believe it's still technically 35, but you know, we'll just let that go. But really cool driving this through the mountains, I gotta say. We still got 18 miles to go, so we're almost halfway through here. Got a negative 2.1% grade. I'm gonna add some more dynamic braking. Been kind of being a bit easy on it. When we hit those 2%, that's when we really start to struggle. The crossing, again, this has a lot of crossings on it. A lot. But loving the foliage. I've made videos in the past before about this route, and I definitely like the visuals of it personally. I do, and I've just been wanting to run a freight train on it for so long. So I'm loving that we can do the free roam or the spawn train feature to kind of allow me to kind of scratch that itch. Right? Sadly we didn't get any new freight routes with Train Sim World 4 and the initial release. You know, later on down the road, we'll get some more US content, some more freight trains and things like that. But sadly, with the release this time, we did not get a new freight route. Cajon Pass is still a decent route to run. I mean, remember this, if you have Train Sim World 3, and then you jump into Train Sim World 4, all of your Train Sim World 3 routes still work in Train Sim World 4, and they get all the features. So basically anything from Train Sim World 3 onwards, you get all the new fog effects and visual effects. So that's a positive. So I think Cajon Pass would be good to revisit, maybe like on a foggy day or something like that. But there's another siding here on our left, a very short one, and a big bend coming up. All right, we're still about 7 miles away and coming up on a big significant speed drop here when we hit this tight turn. Woo-hoo. Trying to get it slowed down, but I'm doing my best. All right, we just came around the one of the tightest turns on the route. We got a 40 mile per hour up there. We're doing 30 at the moment, but this is where we are on the map right now. So again, we started all the way back up in Lancaster. We basically run half of the route for the most part, and we're gonna have, I guess, a bit of straight track, which would be nice, because we've been snaking through this section for about an hour or so. But it's about to straighten out. Speed limit is probably gonna go up. And we're almost to our crew change point. So hop back into the train. Still got green lights. I have not seen any traffic, so I'm guessing that dispatch is probably holding up traffic to allow us to go through. Because again, a lot of this route is single track. So, but I'm surprised to not at least see one Metrolink kind of sitting along the side. But it is, I guess, later in the morning, so it's not necessarily rush hour. So, but speed gonna be jumping up to 45 once the back of our train passes that speed limit sign. But we are pretty much on the home stretch here. You can see on the top right of our screen, right above my camera, it shows they have a 50 mile per hour coming up and then a 70, and I can't wait for that 70. And here we are getting ready to break out of the tunnel right underneath Interstate 5. Nice. We are going downhill now, so we're going to have to start getting on the brakes a little bit. Speed's be dropping. And we are speeding just a little bit. And we got an orange light, which I think means that I think this... maybe not. We're not too far out from... Only 2.5 miles away from our stopping point. So we'll have to see, but I do like that tunnel. That tunnel's pretty cool. Alright, we got a red over a yellow, which means we should be converging here over to, I believe, the right track. And this will also be kind of like our siding that will be coming to a stop on. So at some point between now and the next signal, we will have to stop, and hopefully that's enough track to fit our entire train. This is technically not a siding. This is more of like, you know, like a short double track section. So if you have two trains meeting in the other direction, you have, you know, space for that other train to get through, so that we can then move on to the single track portion again. But see, that track spurs off to the right there, which is not currently... I don't think we can go there. And no, I don't believe we can go over there. That car is doing weird things. So watching our speed, because we had a 2.5% downhill gradient earlier, just about a mile ago. So trying to manage that. But here we go under a few more of the highway interchanges. And this would be a pretty long... Yeah, I think it's going to be plenty of space for us in here. I can already tell. There's been plenty of... I think we're... How long are we? Like 9,000, 5,000 feet long? Something like that? Alright, we're coming around the corner, and yep, there it is right there. 500 yards is our stopping point. And we're actually going to bring it to a stop here because there is a street crossing right here. And I don't think the locals would be happy if we block the street. So I'm going to see if we can try to come to a complete stop here. I don't know if it's going to work. Might have decided a little too late. We might barely make the signal, now that I'm thinking about it. 22, yeah, we're definitely gonna block the street. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it's gonna be close. Okay. Woo, man, I was like, man, I guess it's a good thing that I stopped when I did, because I was gonna push it even farther. I was like, oh, we're only going like 20 something. It can't be that hard to stop. But yeah, it's a long train. I almost forgot about that. But guys, welcome. This will be a good place to park it for now, for an hour or so, and maybe have a crew change, and they can take it the rest of the way to LA or San Diego or wherever else they want to take this train. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of the driver's seat here, and we will hop straight out the nose. And but yeah, so one of my favorite features is being able to just spawn trains anywhere, and I'm super excited to be able to finally run some freight here on the Antelope Valley. I'm still surprised I didn't see any Metro links come through the whole time, but I guess we'll see. You know what? We'll go and grab a hot dog. This will be our lunch break, and all you guys are just gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to deal with it. Yeah. Go talk to the city for putting freaking railroad crossings right next to stoplights. What's up, homie? Can I get a hot dog, my G? Thank you, appreciate you. Well, guys, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have an amazing day. Until next time, remember you have 3 choices: ketchup, mustard, or pretzels. Just kidding. 3 choices. Give up, give in, and give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I'll see you guys next time, next video. We out, baby. Cease. Alright, what is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy Blue, and welcome back to Train Sim World. Today, we're on the Harlem Line. We'll be driving the N7A from North White Plains to Grand Central Terminal. But first, we need to take the train out of the yard and get it ready for service. Let's go. Okay, it's time to get to work. We're driving the Metro North Railroad M7A today. Let's go and open up the doors here. Nice. Hop on board. We'll shut the door behind me. Make sure no homeless people are in here. Nope, I think we're good. If they're in here, then they're hiding very well. Alright, let's open up that door there, and then open it again, and we'll find our driver's seat. So let's hop in the driver's seat, turn our HUD on, and get this baby powered on. So we'll start with the master key. Set that to on. There we go. We'll get the reverser, set that to neutral. Our master controller, which is going to put that into max brakes, and then we're going to charge the brakes right up here on the green button. Give it a second, you hear a hissing sound. There it is. Alright, so now since we're taking over service, we'll turn the marker lights off and we'll turn the headlights on, and we should be all ready to go. Put the reverser into forward and give it some throttle. Alright, minimum power. Let's see if it gives us anything. Oh yeah, we're rolling, guys. And for the chat, 2 honks for you for just showing up. Alright, our stop is right up ahead, about 2,000 feet. Alright, so it's just a slow creep at 10 miles per hour coming out of the yard back there and into the platform, but that's alright. That just guarantees that we pretty much have no excuse for missing our stop here on track 3, but we'll get here to the end of the platform and then we'll start allowing the passengers to get on from the right side here. And so far we're still looking good. We're on time. Right on time, actually. Alright, let's hop on the brakes. And that is good enough. And we should come to a complete stop here right at the top of 12:59. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. Let's open the doors. All right, doors are shut. Let's go. All right, next stop's in about 6,200 feet. White Plains, track 2. Let's go. Alright, here we are coming up to White Plains Track 2. Trying to decide when exactly we should try to hop on that brake there. And I think right at the end of the platform should be good. The brakes on this train are pretty darn good. Alright, minimum braking. A little more. Actually, I think that should be good. Minimum brake should be perfect. Man, listen to those. Listen to that. That sounds good. Almost. Alright, that should be good right there. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. These brakes are so good. Alright, open the doors on the left side. Alright, we're good here. Next up, Hartsdale. Alright, 35 miles per hour is the speed limit. And if they can get up and go pretty quick, there's 15 already. 9,000 feet to our next stop. We might get 65 here before the next station. Hopefully we will. Otherwise, we'll just get up to 35 miles per hour. We'll stick it there and we'll keep going. Man, that was a really cool bridge back there. Alright, let's see how late we can hop on the brakes. We're coming up on 1,500 feet. I'm going to try to brake right at the end of the platform here. And we'll see how that goes for us. There we go. Braking. 95% max brakes. Yep, that's going to work. That's going to work. All the way to the end. All the way to the end. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nice. Alright, don't forget to mind the gap. Doors are closed. Next stop, Scarsdale, track 2. And the beautiful thing is we get to go straight to 65 miles per hour. So I'm gonna go max power. Oh man, that really knocked me back in my seat right there. So far looking good, guys. We were on time. Matter of fact, we had a 2-minute layover there, that last stop. So that's a good sign that we're on time. So we'll try to keep it that way. 8,000 feet to our next stop. It's kind of weird that it shows it as 8,000 feet instead of like miles and whatnot, but whatever. 8,000, 7,000 feet now. That's our next stop. 65 miles per hour. We're almost there. Like, that's how quick we can get up to that speed. 59, 60. And there's 65. We'll go ahead and coast. There we go. We're now coasting on the Scarsdale. Hopping on the brakes, last minute again, max brake. Got on the brakes a little later this time than the last time, but looks like we're still gonna make it, and we are gonna be about a minute early. All right, good, good, good. I know that the passengers back there are holding on for dear life, but isn't it always like that on the subway in New York? So, all right, let it come to a nice slide. I might have exaggerated. I might have got a little too excited on the brakes there. Probably could have did a little less. And we can bring it all the way to the end here. And there's another train. There we go. And stop. All right, let's get those door open. All right, it's our turn to roll out. Doors are closed. We still got a 60 mile per hour speed limit. 65 coming up here in just a little bit. Man, these trains are so loud. It probably wouldn't not be very nice to live near a subway at all. But I do like that they sound very loud and kind of just overwhelmingly immersive in game, which I love. I love having my sounds turned up so I can really appreciate and enjoy the sounds. I really like it. I think they did a pretty good job at really making just like that sound here in on the Harlem Line. So, so 2 miles to our next stop. Again, 65 is going to be our speed limit. We're going to get up there nice and quickly. We got 3-ish, a little less than 3 minutes to get there. We are on time, and I think we'll be just fine as we're going downhill. All right, once again, hard on the brakes. Hold on back there. We should be okay. All right, this is Crestwood. Exit on your left. All right, back on throttle once again. Next stop, Tuckahoe. What kind of name is that? Tuckahoe? Is this really the name of a city? Tuckahoe? What? All right. I'm not gonna say any more than that. Oh, are we gonna miss our first stop? That's just a suggestion. Alright, we're gonna make the platform, so that's fine. That was close. That was close. Alright, I'm getting used to it. These stops are so close together. Right doors unlocked. Take a look back. See if anybody's getting on board. Looks like we got a few takers. Alright, doors are shut. And setting the power. Rolling out. Next stop, Bronxville. That's going to be in just about 3,000 feet, so another short drive. Speed limit is still 60, but because these stations are so close together, we're not even getting up to our max speed. I'm basically taking off, finishing like it's pretty quick. So I'm going to wrap around this corner here. Again, we're max power. We actually might get to 60 and then quickly drop it back. Alright, there he goes. I'm going to quickly drop it back. And back on the brakes. We probably could do this in maybe 50% brakes. Alright, I don't trust it. We'll do 67. Yeah, we could have did 50. Because I'm backing off on the brakes here, trying to we'll let it coast down the platform just a little bit more. And then we'll hop back on the brakes. Here we go. There we go. Got it. All right, open up the right side once again. All right, we don't wait around long. If you're not here, you're not here. If you missed the train, you missed the train. You gotta wait for the next one. All right, just under 6,000 feet is our next stop. And we'll definitely get up to 60 miles per hour on this one. So let's go. All right, here we come into Fleetwood. Yeah, we need a little more than that. We'll do max brake here. It's fun, you can actually see the camera coming closer to the dashboard when I go really hard max brakes. I have my camera shake maxed out. And we're gonna stop a little short. We're on time though. We're about a minute ahead of schedule, which is good. So we'll probably wait here until our departure time. And that should be close enough right there. And open up the left side doors now. Alright, here we go. Lock the doors. And we'll be departing off of track 4. Oh wow, check that out. We got some empty freight cars on the sidings out here. That's pretty nice. Some tanker cars, some flatbeds. That's pretty sweet. And here comes another train on the other track on the left. Another M7. But I think the fastest we're gonna go is 60 miles per hour on this route. I would love to see what the max speed of this thing is, but it's not gonna quite let us do that with the speed limits out here. So we'll stay in at 50 until we get to the end of the platform again, and then we'll hop on the brakes pretty hard. We'll try 50%, 60%. We'll try 60. 67, see how that does? And I think we can bring it back. Yes, we can. 25. A little less brake, we go minimum. There we go. And that'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, open the left side doors again. Alright, now it's just a short hop over to Wakefield. They're like really right next to each other. All these stations, honestly, on the Harlem Line so far are really, really close together. Alright, let's get back into brakes. We could probably do... Oh, crap, it's right there. That was way closer than I was expecting. The whole braking at the platform did not work out at that station. Alright, open the doors up on the left. Oh my god. Well, hey, you know, you can't win them all, right? Can't win them all. Yeah, we still got, okay, oh yeah, the platform is way too little for our train. So, only a few, like, 2 cars got in it anyways, so didn't really matter if we stopped right on it or not. People were still gonna have to walk. Alright, let's lock the doors. That was a weird station. I think my train is longer than the distance to get between. Alright, 4,000 up. Brake pipe warning, what's that about? Marker lights off. Oh, because my emergency brakes. Right, I forgot about that. Completely, so we have to recharge the brakes again. So we'll hold the charging button, and the brakes should recharge. At least I think they will. Oh yeah, put it in the... Alright, so to recharge the brakes, we gotta put the brakes into max brake. And the reverser in neutral, and then we'll press the charge brakes. There we go. And this is because I accidentally put it into emergency braking when I panicked right there. And so now that that's good, we can now completely release the brakes. Put the reverser in forward and keep moving. And hopefully we don't fall behind schedule because of that. So, let's go. Man, those trees are really close to the track. Alright, hard on the brake again for yet another tiny platform, and we're definitely gonna miss it. Definitely gonna miss it. That counts, right? Yeah, that looks good. Open up the doors. Alright, let's try not to fall behind schedule here, guys. Missed that one by a little bit. Let's not make the same mistake again. 6,500 feet to our next one. So we have a little bit of a jump, but the speed limit is less now, 45 miles per hour. But we'll get the jump up to 75. Hopefully here it is a little bit. Because I feel like they're holding me back right now. Like I want to go faster. Alright, there's 60 miles per hour and there's 75 miles per hour. Let's go. Actually, never mind. It says 45. Who do I believe? Oh, but I see why. Because the back of our train hasn't passed. God, alright, we're doing 75. I don't care. A bunch of school buses on our right. Alright, now we can move. We have a little less than 1 minute to get there, so I'm not gonna try and take it easy. Alright, there's 75 miles an hour. We'll go coast, and I'm gonna hop on the brakes here. I don't know, is it just me, or does 1,000 feet not seem like as far as it used to be? I guess because these stations are so small now. And before I was basically braking at the end of the platform, but now the platforms are so tiny, I can no longer do that. But there we go. We screwed up a few, but now I think we're back. We're back in the swing of things. Right there is good, and we're on time. We're a little late to stop, but I'll take it. We'll do this one manually this time. So we'll reach behind us. We'll hit the key, and we'll open up the doors. I think that worked, or no? There we go. Now they're open. And now we'll shut the doors. So we'll lock, wait for the doors to stop beeping. There we go, and we'll go ahead and undo the key. Let's go. Alright, hold on back there. Max power. Next stop, Botanical Garden, track 4. 5,000 feet away. Alright, let's stop hopping on the brakes. We're a little bit over 1,000 feet away. Yeah, we're too hot. We're too hot. We're definitely too hot. Let's see. A lot of people here. Oh, maybe we're not. Alright, let us do his thing. Okay, okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. Alright, right side doors once again. I am getting really, like, I am very fortunate the fact that we're not getting red signals after these platforms, or else I would have failed like 10 stations ago. Man, I love how that sounds. I love how that sounds. Alright, we're pulling off. Next stop is Fordham. We'll go ahead and jump in the coast here, and we'll jump back on the brakes. A lot of stopping and going. I'll tell you this much. If you like busy, like, local commuter routes, you'll definitely like this one if you haven't tried it yet. Now, it's not like crazy busy when it comes to like how much traffic is on the timetable. It's a little less traffic than I would expect there to be. Personally, I wish it was I wish it felt a bit busier as far as traffic on the route. I've seen a decent amount of trains, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I wish I saw them a bit more often. This is a not old route, but it's just not one of the newer ones that's had the upgrades as far as the amount of traffic coming through. But as far as like busy yourself, like you're stopping a lot, you're very active, you're not like, there's not a lot of big gaps between stations, so you're like constantly, you know, pushing the throttle and then stopping and then going and then stopping. So it's busy in that way is what I mean, which so far has been pretty entertaining to me. But here we go. Lock the doors on the right side once again, and you can either hit the quick key for locking doors. You can manually do it. I just hit the quick key. It's a bit more time efficient. Alright, back on the throttle. Just under 6,000 feet. And so we get to Tremont, track 4. And going through this tunnel here. There's a school bus driving overhead. Alright, now we can do 75. Alright, we just barely got up to 75 miles an hour, and now, like I said, we have to start slowing down again. I'll do 25-31% braking. I'm feeling a bit confident about this one. A little more. Okay, a lot more. Okay. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said I was feeling confident, because look what happened. Another freaking tiny station. Oh man. All right. Well, I mean, you know, there was no chance of fitting the whole train there anyways, so we'll just do that. Unlock the right sides, and we'll move on to the next one. All right. Let's shut the doors. All right. The doors are shut, and we're gonna continue southbound towards New York City. Next stop, Melrose. Track 8. Alright, I'm gonna get this right. Alright, 1,200 feet, we're braking. Max brake. Wait, is there even a platform? Okay, there's a platform. Yeah, another tiny platform. Very tiny. It's kind of like hidden as well. Yeah, if I was running with no HUD, I would have totally missed that. You come like wrap around a blind corner, and then the freaking platform is hiding behind a wall. So would definitely have missed that if I were doing no HUD challenge or something. Alright, back on throttles. Doors are already closed. We are clear to proceed. Track speed 60 miles per hour. Next stop, Harlem, 125th Street. And here we go into, I believe, the underground, it looks like. And we'll be at 60 miles per hour in no time. Actually, no, I think it's just a... Yeah, this is not underground. This is just like a bridge or something. There's 50. Yeah, it's going underneath some bridges and stuff. Alright, there's 60. We'll come back onto coast. And we are going downhill a little bit, so we're going to need to use a little bit of brakes. Alright, next up, 40 miles per hour. And it looks like we'll be swapping tracks here, so let's get on the brakes pretty hard. Go all the way down to 35. And just after the bridge, we have our stop. So thankfully, we never really got up to much speed beyond 35, so we can brake pretty late. Get right on the marker. We are right on time as well. There we go. Welcome to Harlem, guys. Unlock the left side doors. All right, guys. Let's say goodbye to Harlem. In 4 miles will be our final stop of this service. We'll be terminating at Grand Central Terminal, track 38, and 4 miles. Alright, we're down into the tunnel here. And I'm going to work on getting our speed back to 45. There it is, 45 miles per hour. And we'll pretty much be underground for the rest of our drive as we approach Grand Central Terminal here in New York City. But yeah, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I think this is a great kind of busy route. You're constantly doing things. The stations are very near each other. Would love to see this route updated to have the new like Train Sim World 4 like haze effects and some of the new lighting and clouds and things like that, but it still works pretty well even for one of the older routes. So I've definitely enjoyed my time in it. I feel like I don't play enough of Long Island Railroad or Harlem Line, and I think they're pretty good though. they're pretty good. All right, so let's get slowed down here. We got a very slow 10-mile-per-hour section coming up. We might be able to wait a little bit. It's gonna sneak up on us though, I know that. We'll basically just stay right here until we see the next green signal, which should be coming up here in just a few feet. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the signals, honestly. It doesn't help that I'm wearing glasses or sunglasses. Alright, let's get on the brakes for real now. Down to 10 miles per hour. Coming up. I think that's what that green flashing light is. That's going to be for us to be at 10 miles per hour. It's going to be very, very slow. Alright guys, we are approaching Grand Central. Still working on getting this slowed down. Alright, there's 10. And we'll let it just creep its way on in. Man, I tell you what, that 10 miles per hour is tough. Didn't have to stay at it for too long, but it's kind of hard because like minimum power is a little bit too powerful. So I'm constantly coming in and out of coast, but that'll do. We'll go ahead and bring it to a stop right here. This should be our final stop of the day here in Grand Central in New York City, right underneath Manhattan. Nice. All right, so we'll go unlock the doors on the left side. And there you have it. Once again, let me welcome you guys to New York City. Technically, you could actually get off here, walk over to one of the other platforms and hop on either the Amtrak Acela or the New Jersey Transit and continue on like the Newark Trenton route. Now, sadly, you can't really do that in game. They don't connect, but that's kind of how they connect in real life. We're basically within the same massive train station. So anyways guys, this is it. My shift is over. Thank you guys so much for riding along. Hopefully I didn't get you too dizzy with my horrible driving and the very aggressive starting and stopping. But guys, I enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. Until next time, I'm Blue Games. Thank you for watching. Remember, you have 3 choices: give up, give in, and give it all you got. Peace, love, God bless you. I'll see you guys next time, next video. I'm out. Sheesh.